Hey everyone, Cahlen here, and today I'm going to show you how I make my dinner. So this is a mixture of rice, quinoa, and lentils, which I have kind of come to feel is a really good combination of grains. It's a really good survival food, it's a really good minimalist food, and it packs really well into your backpack, right? Because I live out of my backpack here. So this is about 2 weeks of food in this dry sack right here. So basically I just have to open it up. It unwraps, and then inside is there you go, the mixture. So let's go ahead and put it into my pot. Okay, so this is my titanium cook pot, and normally, like if it weren't sunny, I would cook this. This uses sticks and twigs, and I can start a fire, and then I put this on top, and I can cook what I'm making here. Also, this folds down and fits in here, so it fits all compact. And but today, because it's sunny, we're just going to use the solar oven. So anyways, I take two, basically as full as I can get my hand, 2 handfuls. So next, I'm going to go around and harvest some greens from the garden, and I'm going to kind of forage some greens as well, and then just add it to the pot. So this is the spiral garden. We got a lot of amaranth and a lot of other things growing, and we have more amaranth than we need. So I'm just going to take a few of these and pop them in the pot. So I'm also going to add some elm leaves. Elm leaves can be eaten and are very, very nutritious, and it's generally a plant that people think of as a weed because once it gets established, it's pretty hard to get rid of it. It puts out lots of seeds and it grows like crazy, but it's actually a pretty nice thing to have because you can just eat the leaves, right? And you can also eat the seeds. So anyways, I'm just going to grab some of these and throw them in the pot too. So now I'm coming out to the buckwheat garden, and I'm going to harvest some purslane. So you can think of this as, I guess it's more wild than not. I did not plant this stuff. It just kind of grew up because I've been watering this area. Purslane is almost like a succulent. It grows well in the desert as long as it's got a little bit of water, and it's one of the most healthy greens that you can eat. So I'm really glad that we've got a ton of this stuff, and we've really got a ton of it. So this stuff with the flowers on top is the buckwheat, and then down below, it stays low to the ground, that's the purslane. And you can see it just basically covers everything. It's a really nice ground cover, and I'm getting way more than I need. I'm just going to take some of these and add it to the pot. Okay, so we're in the middle of the spiral garden now, where I keep the water that I cook with and drink, which I just leave out in the sun. I'm going to fill up the pot. So here's the solar oven that I use. This actually belongs to the farm owners, but they've been letting me use it. And basically it's sunny here almost every day, and this thing cooks really well. It's just got this little glass door that you open up. It's got a little swinging thing, and then you just place whatever you're cooking, and you can bake in here, but you can also boil water, which is what I need here. This thing works even in the winter as long as it's sunny. So I'm just going to leave that going for like 2 to 3 hours or so. So I basically come back about 1 in the afternoon and start eating. So, well, I'll do a few more things before I eat it. So we'll see that when the time comes around. Okay, it's been about 2.5 hours, so let's go ahead and eat. Kind of need to get my sleeve all rolled up here because it's going to be really hot. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to add some avocado oil just to add some calories. It also kind of binds with the carbohydrates to make them so it is more slowly digested, so you're not going to get a big insulin blood sugar rush, for example, but also is going to make it last longer. And then also I'm going to add some sea salt. Lots and lots of sea salt. Then I'm going to mix it up. So there's how I make my dinner. So this is something that I can live off all by itself. If this were the only thing that I would be eating today, then instead of the avocado oil, I'd probably be adding coconut butter to it, because that's going to add fat to it as well, but also add a bunch of extra carbs, so it's going to get really, really thick, and then I can go a whole day with that being basically the only thing that I ate. But I am eating other things today. I have my chocolate recipe, which I have showed you in other videos, which I just ate, and also I'll probably finish up with some currant berries. So we have several ripe currant berry bushes going on in the garden right now, like more than I could ever eat. So that'll be how I wrap up this dinner. So hope that's useful to you, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please consider sharing it. If you'd like to help me out in a more substantial way, you can learn how to do so at cahlen.org/gift. And if you'd like to have a one-on-one conversation with me, whether publicly or privately, you can learn how to do so at cahlen.org/one-on-one. Thanks again for watching.